Hi, Sean O'Rourke here with another reaction video, and today I'm looking at chapter 131 of Attack on Titan. This just dropped the other day, and finally getting a chance to read it. And I've been reading Attack on Titan pretty much since that first season aired of the anime. I watched all that religiously when it was first airing. And, didn't even wait for the second season. We had a long wait for that. I just jumped right into the manga. And, like I said, I've been reading it ever since. I'm totally caught up. And clearly getting towards the end of the series here, without a doubt. But, hey, even though I'm new at this, I wanted to throw my hat in the proverbial ring. Because I really, really, really love this series. It's got to be one of my currently favorite series running. If I had to say, place it anywhere in particular, it's probably, neck and neck with One Piece, which is my personal favorite, generally speaking. It's just the story's been so good overall. It's been consistent for like 2, 3, 4 years now. Like, it's been really good. Like, people that just watch the anime are going to be they're going to lose their minds when this comes out, the new season. And I'm excited to watch it. I want to see how they put it together. But, 131. So last chapter, we had that huge battle. I'm going to pull it up real quick just to refresh my memory. The last chapter ended with the rumbling approaching Marley. And I'm looking at it now, chapter 130, you have these fucking gigantic titans swimming like dolphins in the water, and they're just getting peppered with cannon fire, and, it does nothing. And then, of course, here at the end, we saw Eren's new form, looking creepy as hell here. Marley is pretty much fucked. They're not recovering from this. It's the Attack Titan. And then we had that final page of Eren remembering back, basically to his life up to this point. Predictions for this chapter. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to see what happens to the people of Marley if we don't go somewhere else this chapter. But I hope maybe those people in that refugee camp make it out alive, but I don't think they're going to. The ones that the squad became friends with in that flashback where Mikasa basically blew her chance to tell Eren she loved him. I wonder if they're gonna live. Anything's possible in the series, obviously, but things are super dire right now for anyone that's not from Paradise. And obviously, we have the whole crew, the fucking Attack of Titan Avengers coming on that ship with the airplane. But can they get there fast enough? They're going to make a pit stop on the other continent, I believe they said they were going to have any shot at beating Eren before he destroys the entire world. Or maybe not beat him, but intervene in some capacity. I don't know if he could beat this guy. Still waiting for Levi to recover enough so he can take out the Beast Titan for good. I don't think that's gonna happen this chapter, but that's something I'm looking forward to seeing. And specifically in this chapter, one thing I did want to mention since I'm on the topic is that I think Floch is still floating around somewhere. Because last time we saw him, it was implied he was killed, but he didn't look dead, if that makes any sense. I think he climbed onto the fucking underside of the airplane that they're dragging, behind the boat. And if we go back to the boat, maybe that's where you see Floch's last stand. Maybe he takes out Connie. I don't know. Hope not. I like Connie. I don't necessarily think he's one of those characters that's going to survive the whole series. But if he does, hey, I'm okay with that. And I also, in the same breath, I think Jean, or John, however you want to say that, John should be the one to take Floch out after the way that those two have been, kind of paired together on and off this entire arc. since the time skip, honestly. And even you saw that at the end of season 3 of Attack on Titan, he was kind of getting into it with Flock at the funeral, and I think that would be poetic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else really to say. I kind of want to get into this. Been anxiously anticipating reading this. And it looks like we do start with these refugees. They all have those fezzes on, if you recall. And it's 2 kids by a tree speaking. See this, Halil? You and I are the only 2 who know about this stash. And they have like some money, it looks like, hidden away. We'll save up our money until the bag is full. Once we do, I know we'll all be able to move somewhere nice together. And the other kid goes, but Ramsey, if you keep on stealing like this, you're going to get your left hand cut off too someday. I don't want you making grandfather sad again. Yeah, but if someone doesn't do this, we'll all be stuck in that crumbling tent. Not everyone can survive the winter in those. People die every year. Yes? I'm done living like that. Man, I don't think it's not looking good for these guys. So, Halil, I want you to give this money to everyone if I die. Ramsey. And you see all of a sudden all these people running through the woods past them. And they go, hide it! What's going on? The townspeople are running? Why? The ground! Oh, they could feel the rumbling. Chapter 131, rumbling. Oh my god, these people are totally fucked. All the birds are chirping, flying away. They know what's up. We go to a flashback. I don't know when in the future it will happen, but I am going to kill every one of these people. We see people walking down like a boardwalk area, and some chimney sweeps, and a guy in like an alley smoking a cigarette, it looks like. Some people sipping some tea. Eren! They're all going to die soon. No, I'm going to kill them. Yeah, he must have seen the future. He knows what he's going to do, and he is reminiscing. He knows he's going to take these people out. Or it could just be that he knows his plan now in this point in time that he is going to destroy everything. You know, it could be a combination of both or either or. Let's keep reading. Yes, that's what's going to happen. It must be that we never found a way for paradise to survive. It's all going to go away. These homes, these people, these animals, these lives, these dreams. He even passes like a couple when the wife is pregnant and he thinks of his mother and him as a child. What would mom think? Oh, okay. Aren't we Eldians the ones who ought to die? Just as the King of the Walls chose the path of death for him and his people. And get a flashback back to that when Eren's father killed the founding King of the Walls. At the very least, so many more people would have to die on the outside compared to on the island. And it's true that the problem of the Titans would vanish if the world were wiped clean of Eldians. But I just can't accept an end like that. He looks perturbed. That boy, I've seen him in a future memory. I think I'm going to save this boy. And it's a kid getting beaten up. I'm assuming that's the kid who was stealing money. This brat's a refugee and a serial pickpocket. The way us merchants see it, we're just doing pest control here. It's none of your business. Get lost. Yeah, it's definitely that kid. Ramsey, I think his name is. Eren says, yeah, you're right. And he's thinking, what am I thinking? I'm just going to kill that boy someday. How conceited of me. I'm going to be wrecking the ultimate violence. And they are just beating the shit out of this kid. How could I dare pretend to stand for justice? Oh my god. And Eren, I guess he saves him. He takes him back to the camp. And the kid says, thank you. Eren thinks, it looks like the future doesn't change. I'm just like you, Reiner, a half-hearted piece of shit. No, I'm not. I'm even worse than that. I'm sorry. And Aaron's crying. And the kid says, "Why are you crying?" Oh my god. We cut back to the present. Ramsey, hurry this way. And there's a fucking wall of Titans like right on top of these people. Aaron was clearly crying because he knew he was going to murder these people. Oh my god. The next page, it's all these Titans close-ups on the faces. This kid's eyes is shooting back and forth between them. They're just approaching the screen. And all these people are running, saying, "Run, run! Titans, why? Run toward high ground. Climb the mountains. We can't. Look over there." And they point. Oh my god, there's even Titans on the mountains now. The Titans are even climbing the mountains. It's over for us. There's nowhere for us to run. No. Are you saying we just have to die? Did the Marleyans run without telling us a thing? Those Titans are so fast. Can we at least save the children? What are you going to do? Ramsey, are we going to get trampled? Of course not. You can't give up. The island. It's to save Eldia, but it's more than that. And he runs and throws like the coin satchel. And he goes, "Halil, our money!" Oh, it got knocked out of his hand, actually. And it goes back to Aaron. What was really beyond the walls was nothing like the world I dreamed of. Halil, oh, these kids are about to get killed. You have this mountain of Titans like fucking like a block and a half down the street from them. It's an amazing fucking 2 double-page spread here. Holy shit. Oh my god, you go to the next page and there's just a gigantic foot coming down, kicking buildings, shooting rubble all over the place. Oh my god. It wasn't like the world I saw in Armin's book. This fucking Titan just kicked these rocks onto these 2 kids. Aaron continues. I just saw something on the next page. Aaron continues. When I learned that humanity lived beyond the walls, I was disappointed. Oh my god. This has got to be some of the most disturbing stuff that Isayama's ever drawn. The one kid's screaming in pain. His leg is just friggin' has a rock impacted in it. It's totally split like a chicken bone. And he reaches over to his brother's hand with the money in it and half his head is missing. Oh my god. We go to the next panel and this Titan is stepping on this boy. And Aaron saying, I wished for it. I wanted to wipe it all away. I'm sorry. As this boy's being pushed into the dirt. Like fucking Laffy Taffy. I'm sorry. It leaves a fucking a blood splatter. A bug, basically a splatter mark on the street. Oh, and these Titans keep moving. They are just crushing people and buildings, and nothing stops. They literally just destroy this entire city. The only thing left is sand and footprints in this amazing 2-page spread as they walk off into the distance. Oh my god, we get an even further shot out of Aaron with these clouds below him. Ever since I was born, there before my eyes. This is an incredible panel. Oh my god. We get a flashback to him and Armin. Stood those miserable walls. Flaming water, frozen plains, snowfields on sand. I'm sure that the outside world is way bigger than the one inside of these walls. Oh my god. It's like intercut between him and Armin and Aaron talking and Aaron's Titans just fucking stomping on people. Anyone who saw those things would be the freest person in the world. This is freedom. Oh my god. It's as if Aaron in his final form here is him as a child because it shows like the clouds behind him. Wow. And then him in this like child form is cut between at the top here with him basically as a kid, and there's a middle panel of all these families crying and running as these feet are coming down, just destroying everything. And Eren continues, "Finally, we're here at last. This is the site, right, Armin?" Oh my god, he's talking to Armin in the paths. Eren. Oh my god. And it cuts to Armin on the ship, and Annie's sitting there. She says, "Healed up already?" Armin is fucking shook. He goes, huh? Annie? I had some time. I never imagined life would be so laid back here. Want to take a seat? He sits down next to her. I figured that I hadn't thanked you yet, so... Huh? For years you came to talk to me. Thank you. Oh yeah. I was so lonely that I felt like I might lose my mind. The only thing I could look forward to was hearing you and Hitch talk. I believe it. Annie. But why? Why did you bother talking to a rock that couldn't so much as grunt a response back at you? Huh? There must have been more fun and cheerful girls out there, right? No. Annie, I did it because I wanted to see you, and he's blushing. She says, why? Huh? Do you really not get it, even after Hitch teased me that much? She goes, I don't. I wonder if that's because of Berthole, when he ate Berthole and he got his memories. Maybe he developed feelings for her in the process? I can buy it. Really, what are we doing, Annie says. Right now, millions and millions of people are being trampled around the world. What are we even doing? And Armin looks off solemnly and says, yeah. Now I get it. You're a good person, and that's why you were even willing to talk to an enemy like me, right? It's the same reason you won't give up on having a dialogue with Eren. That's what drove you to bother with a monster who could wake up at any moment. You wanted to avoid conflict, right? And Armin's thinking, and he doesn't respond, so Annie gets up, and he grabs her by the wrist, and he goes, sit down. Also, I know I told you this before, but I really don't like being called a good person after all. I've killed a lot of people. Not just soldiers, regular people, children. And now I've made the decision to betray everyone living on the island where I was born and raised. I killed my allies. I've been a monster for a long time now. Somewhere in my head, there was a promise I made to Eren that we'd travel the world of the unknown. I thought it would come true. The world of the unknown? Asks Annie. Wasn't it all it was cracked up to be, was it? No, it wasn't the world we dreamed of, but... And a seagull lands on the boat next to them. They're looking at each other. Oh my god! We see Eren. Armin says, I still want to believe that there's still a world we don't know about yet out there, past the walls. And we see this disturbing, like H.P. Lovecraft, Clive Barker abomination, Eren's head, with these, like, webbing or I guess muscle or tissue attached to his head like the Fungus King in fucking the Super Mario Brothers movie, and his neck, he has no neck. It's just like his spine coming out of a piece of muscle in the background. And he's got the long hair like his Titan form. And that's the end of the chapter. What the fuck? Well, it's a 10 out of 10, if I even need to say it. The most disturbing stuff Isayama's ever drawn, possibly? I'll have to look online to see what other people are saying, but, you know, he drew this Eren abomination, you know, that I just described, that's like a fucking bug coming out of an apple. I don't even know what I'm looking at here, like some alien resurrection kind of test tube mistake. Again, kids getting stomped on like they're Laffy Taffy, being squished into the fucking pavement, left behind like a grease stain. Just total and utter destruction and murder. And again, juxtaposed against Eren as a child smiling and saying, hey, isn't this great? More or less. And then we get this stuff with Annie and Armin at the end here with, I don't know if you can even call this sexual tension. It's more of just like, well, you watched me for years and I appreciated it, but what was it really all about? And even Armin's not really sure, it seems like. But there's this running thread in this chapter of Armin and Eren having this picture perfect idea in their heads of what the world outside the walls is going to be like as a kid. And even, even up until the point where they finally saw the ocean, and it just wasn't anything like what they thought. It was much worse, and they already had a pretty grim life. And good God, no sign of Flock on this chapter. It was already pretty jam-packed with everything going on with Eren and the rumbling. So no surprise there. And, it's a 10 out of 10, without a doubt. It's not my favorite chapter in the last several weeks, but how could you read that and not think that's another fucking slam dunk, home run, whatever you want to call it, chapter? I don't know how many more chapters we're going to get. I think between 5 and 10 at the most. Well, we also got that shot of Armin in the paths. Eren clearly talking to him about this. Not just Armin thinking this. He actually is talking to Eren before Annie interrupts him. You gotta wonder what is running through Armin's mind right now. Next chapter, since we got mostly the rumbling this one and some Armin stuff, I think we're gonna get Mikasa and John next chapter, and maybe Levi. But wow, I don't really have much to say. This was an incredible chapter. It's gonna be sad when this series is over, but I think it's gonna be good. And I guess I'll leave you with that. I've been Sean O'Rourke, and thanks for watching.